welcome to day 2 of the Spark Kids Ministries VBS program. I'm Adam, and once again, I'm so glad that you're joining us today for the virtual live group component of our VBS program. Yesterday during our video, we saw the first part of a skit about the students at Reseg, played by students from the Foundry Student Ministry, and today we'll see what happens next in that story. For the Bible story yesterday, we talked about the story Jesus told about the wise man who built his house on the rock and the foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the bottom line yesterday was simply do what God says. If you were able to make it to the second half later in the day yesterday, we of course had some fun crafts and hands-on lessons to go along with that story. So coming up soon, we'll get into today's story. Just a heads up that today's bottom line is love others the way you want to be loved. Now, I'm excited to get things going for day 2 of our Living Inside Out VBS program. So to do that, we're going to play our theme song, which we play at the start of each day, which is called Living Inside Out. You might remember that yesterday I asked you to take a silly face picture and send it to me so that we could all see who was out there watching. Some of you were able to do that, and I thank you very much for doing that. Before we play that theme song today, here's a look at some of those pictures that you guys sent in. So here's what we're gonna do today. Hopefully you're starting to get into this theme song. I know I really like it. So as this song plays, ask your mom or your dad or your grandma or grandpa or older brother or sister to help you. And while the song plays for the next few minutes today, I want you to take a picture doing your best air guitar, okay? So pretend you're playing the guitar, rocking out to our theme song, send that picture in and we'll plug it into tomorrow's video. If you'd rather just do another silly face picture, that's okay too. Parents and siblings, you're welcome to join in on this as well. As always, just like yesterday, there will be a phone number on the bottom of the screen as the song plays, and you can send those in by texting them to that number. So here we go. Let's get into it.
Let me love like you do, let me magnify. Sharp, RESEG News. I'm standing here in the halls of RESEG where students and teachers alike are still in shock following the devastating collapse last night of the abandoned Agletville aglet factory constructed in 1827. Though the building has long since been condemned and considered too dangerous for use, all RESEG students were present at the time of the accident.
Not all of us. Me and Norman weren't there.
Hey, what does she mean, all of us? We weren't there.
73 students were injured during the collapse, but most escaped with only minor cuts and bruises. You'd think that at least one person would have seen the danger and had been wise enough to avoid it, but that was not the case.
It was. We avoided it. Diana, tell her we avoided it. I'll tell her.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get a comment from the understandably anxious crowd. Anyone? Anyone? Apparently no one can find the words to speak on the morning after the factory fall, which leaves this reporter with only one question. Was the factory collapse an accident, or was it the work of the Phantom of RESEG?
The Phantom of RESEG?
Yeah, you know, he comes around every once in a while, he plays pranks, he causes trouble. Every school has a phantom.
I don't think that's true.
We may never know for sure. I'm Jerica Sharp, RESEG News.
Good morning, teachers and students of RESEG. This is your morning announcement, and I am your announcer. In light of the recent collapse of the beloved Aglet factory, we now pause for a moment of silence.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here, people?
That's Coach Piccolo. He's the table tennis coach and hall monitor. Nobody likes him very much because he's really strict and yells at people all the time.
Did I not just hear the school bell ring?
Sir, Coach Pickle.
Hey, get out here! Get! Didn't I just hear the school bell ring?
Yes, I did. And that means you're supposed to be in class, doesn't it? Yes, it does mean that, Coach Piccolo. Thank you very much for showing me the error of my ways.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get moving! Get! That goes for all of you. Move it!
I mean you too, Dugan. Dugan, don't you go in that locker. Oh! Why, you little... You win this time, Dugan. But I'll be back.
This has been your moment of silence. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okie dokie.
Why didn't he tell us to your class?
Maybe he didn't see us?
Nobody sees me. I'm like invisible.
No, I can see you.
You're the only one. You know, Diana, I'm so glad I met you. It's like everybody here is either incredibly smart or talented or extraordinary in some way. It's just nice to know someone who knows you know normally.
Yep, that's me. Your normal, average, ordinary teenager.
Thank goodness.
By day.
What was that?
What was what?
What you said just now.
I'm just your ordinary, average teenager.
Oh, I thought there was.
By day.
What does that mean?
Can you keep a secret, Norman?
Yes.
When I'm not at school, I'm not Diana Muncy.
You're not.
No.
Then who are you?
When I'm not at school, I'm... That's so funny.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Will you just tell me?
Okay,
Yes.
I am
Yes.
Diana, Indiana.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious.
Have me going there for a second. I really thought you were gonna.
No, I am. I'm Diana. Diana, Indiana.
Diana, Indiana, international pop sensation.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think I'd recognize Diana, Indiana if she was standing right in front of me?
It's a disguise.
Whatever.
Look, I'll prove it.
I can't believe it. Diana, Indiana, at my school. Wait till I tell Dad.
No. You can't tell anyone.
Alright.
No.
No.
Nobody. This is our secret. Remember, you can't tell anybody about this.
Your secret's safe with me, Diana.
Shh. Don't even say that name out loud. Don't even think it.
I can't help but.
Promise me.
Okay, I promise. I won't say that name. Or you.
Thank you.
Coast is clear.
Come on.
Guess I'll do a little routine locker inspection.
Can you do that?
All right, Harris Dugan, let's see what you've been up to in here. Holy moly, would you look at that? Hey, who did that? You let me out of here. Let me out of here, I said.
And maybe some apples right in here, one there, one in there. Hi, I'm Joy, and last time we met, we talked about what it means to live inside out. That's letting what you know on the inside show on the outside. So if you know what God says and do what God says, that's wise or right. If you know what God says and don't do what He says, that's foolish or brainless. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd rather be right. Now, knowing what God says is the easy part. We've got this whole book full of things that God has told us. In the Bible, as we look through, we see a part in here that says, do not kill. If we flip through more, we see a part that says to honor your father and mother. And then if we keep flipping, we see that there's a part that says to love your neighbor. And if we keep going, oh wait, what did that last part? The last part says, again, to love your neighbor. Loving your neighbor sounds pretty easy. That is, if you have the kind of neighbor who will say, here's a neighbor that we have. You have this neighbor and he's nice enough to say howdy when he sees you. Or if he's nice enough to loan you a cup of sugar. Or maybe he's nice enough to make lemonade for you. Because he's so nice, we'll give him an apple. Or you might have another kind of neighbor. What if you have this guy? This guy does not give you Halloween candy. Or this guy plays his music really loud. Or he sneers at you when you walk by. Howdy, neighbor. Get away, kid. When God says, love your neighbor, did He mean those people too? Did He mean the people who live in your neighborhood, or is it bigger than that? Who is your neighbor? In today's story, we'll find we weren't the first people to ask that question, and Jesus has an answer that may be not what you would expect. Now, this guy got an apple. I'm just not sure about this guy yet.
An expert in the law wanted to test Jesus, so he said to Jesus, he said, "Teacher, what must I do to receive eternal life?" And Jesus said, "What's written in the law? How do you understand it?" And the expert replied, he said, "It says, love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all your mind, and with all of your soul and all of your strength. And it also says to love your neighbor as yourself." And that was a good answer, but the expert also really wanted to make himself look really smart, so he asked this question. He said, but who is my neighbor?" And Jesus responded with a story that, if he told it today, might sound something like this.
Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
I just wanted you to know I'm on the way home.
Are you taking a taxi?
Nah, it's a nice night. I'm walking.
Oh, honey, that'll take forever.
No, it won't. I'm taking the shortcut.
Well, you be careful. I don't want you getting lost or hurt.
Lost? Mom, I've walked down this road 1,000,000 times. I'll be fine.
Just want you to be safe. You know how dangerous the city.
Bye, Mom. Be safe. I will. Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye, sweetie.
Lost. Still thinks I'm 4 years old. What's that? Someone there? Come on!
Grab him.
No, wait, stop! Hit him! Hit him! Stop! Ugh! Get his coat!
You got his wallet?
I got it! Get his coat!
How much do we get?
$50! Get his coat!
All right.
And the watch! And the phone!
Got him. Hey, this dude ain't moving.
Is he?
I don't know. He's bleeding and he ain't moving.
Oh, let's get out of here! Come on!
I'm coming.
Help!
Lord in heaven, thank you for blessing me, a priest, in your holy temple with such humility and generosity. I pray that all your priests could be as priestly as me. I pray.
Help! Please!
Who?
Please!
Is that a person lying, bleeding on the side of the road, Lord? Or are these old eyes playing tricks on me again?
Help me!
Yes, I think it must be a trick of the mind. But to be safe, I'll walk on this side of the road so as not to be distracted from the work you require of me, merciful and loving God.
Wait, where are you? Why? Okay, do not put any other gods in place of me. Do not make statues of other gods. Do not misuse the name of the Lord your God. What's the fourth one? The fourth one is, the Sabbath! Right. Oh, being a Levite is so hard, all these laws. Help me, please. What? Who said that? Please, help me. I'm hurt.
I'm not sure what to do here. What does the law say?
Love your neighbor. No, that does not apply. Here we go. If I go near a dead body, it will make me unclean. Ooh, that guy looks pretty bad off. I better not risk it. No! Wait, I'm not dead. Yet. Oh no. What's happening? Who's there?
I am.
Who are you?
It's on the jacket.
Oh no.
I'm a Samaritan.
Please, they took everything. I don't have anything else for you.
No, but I got something for you.
No!
Some bandages. Here, in my pocket.
Please do. Wait, what?
Looks like they hit you pretty hard. You're gonna need some ointment. There you go.
Why are you doing this?
If I was beaten up and bleeding on the side of the road, I'd want someone to do the same for me. Come on, let's get you to a doctor or something.
I don't have any money.
I'll take care of it. Let's roll.
When Jesus finished telling the story, he asked the expert in the law. He said, "Which of the three men do you think was a neighbor to the man? Was it the priest, the Levite, or the Samaritan?" And the expert in the law said, "The one who showed mercy." So Jesus said, "Then go and do as he did."
You know, I've always imagined that the Good Samaritan was kind of like this guy. The kind of guy you'd want to be your next door neighbor, but really the Samaritan were looked down on. They were outcasts. They may have been more like this guy. So when God says love your neighbor, who did he mean? Well, sometimes your neighbor is the outcast, the person who doesn't quite fit in. The person who looks and acts differently than you, the kind of person who needs to be loved, and the kind of person God wants you to love. And more than that, you should love your neighbor because that's how you'd want to be loved. If you were being picked on, you'd want someone to stick up for you. If you were in pain, you'd want someone to help you feel better. If you felt invisible or ignored, you'd want someone to notice you and tell you that you matter. So the one thing I want you to know today, and not just know, the one thing you should do if you're going to live inside out, love others the way you want to be loved. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, even neighbors like this guy. Here you go.
Hello? Is anybody out there? I can hear you walking by out there. Somebody open this door. Open this door or there's gonna be trouble. Please open this door. It's so dark in here. I'm starting to hallucinate. Mama? Mama, is that you?
I can't believe it's still in there.
I know. It's been 2 hours.
Who's in where?
Dad,
Hey kiddo, what are you doing here?
It's Coach Piccolo, Mr. K. He's trapped in the lockers.
Routine locker inspection again.
Yep.
So, what are we gonna do about it?
I don't know.
Hello? Anybody? I'm really hungry. Could you just slip me a slice of cheese through the cracks or something? American preferably, or pepper jack if you've got it. Deli slice, provolone, I'm not picky.
Norman, have I ever told you about the parable of the Good Samaritan?
Sounds familiar.
A man gets beaten up and left for dead on the side of the road. No one will help him. They just walk by and ignore him, like he's not even there. You know?
I think I do, yes.
Well, along comes this Samaritan, kind of an outsider himself. Doesn't really fit in with the crowd. And you know what he does?
He helps me.
Yeah, can you believe it? I never could figure out why the Samaritan would do that.
Please don't leave me in here for 3 days like last time.
Maybe because he knew what it felt like to be.
Maybe. Well, I'll leave you to it. Say, you have my screwdriver?
No?
Huh. Well, I'll see you after school.
I think you know what we got.
What?
La 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 la. You know, like the song you, that person who not you sings. Somebody's trapped in the dark. Someone is scared and all.
We've got to get Coach Piccolo out of there.
Yes. Because if there were me in there, I want someone to help. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Now I just need something to pry open. How did that?
Is someone there? Please, I've been in here for, I don't know, I've lost track of time. All right, you little jokers. Who thought it'd be funny to lock me in that locker all day? That's a detention for you. It's a detention for you. Everybody gets a detention. And you. What's your name?
Me?
Yes, you with the screwdriver and the goofy grin.
Norman. Sir, Norman Kuzer.
Well, Kozersh, one of these days when you least expect it, I will have your back, just like you had mine. Is that clear, Kozersh?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now get to class. The bell's about to ring.
Yes, sir.
Harris Dugan, when I find you, you're in for it, mister. This is the last time you get the best of Coach Piccolo.
That was a nice thing you did.
Sure, nice. And you got everyone's attention. they're all gonna hate me. But at least I won't be invisible, right?
Oh, Norman. I bet he's making a much bigger impression than he realizes. It's really hard to be the only one who does what's right. It takes courage. And I think Norman has more courage than anybody here at this school.
Didn't I tell you to get to class?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just, it's hard to explain.
Get! I will not be ignored!
So that's it for the large group portion of today's program. Once again, thank you for being with us today. I'm looking forward to seeing you during your small group time today. For those of you who are able to make it, don't forget to tune in tomorrow at the same time. And also don't forget about our theme verse. Like I said yesterday, if you're able to memorize our verse by the end of this week, get some help from an older family member to post a video of you reciting that verse to Facebook. I'll have a prize waiting for you. You'll just need to tag the Spark Kids Ministry on your post by typing @thesparkkm in your post, along with how you're enjoying VBS this week, and I'll have a prize waiting for you. So that's it for the first half of today's program. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.